Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about what's in my stoma bag. Now, I did one of these videos very early on in my recovery, still couldn't stand up straight, had only had a stoma for maybe about a month or two, and I was very over enthusiastic. You know, when you just start a new hobby and you get all of the materials. So that was that video. It was just like all of these new things that I have and have to think about, all of that. And now we are almost 3 years with a stoma and my bag has changed. I've got an actual new bag, but then also the amount of stoma supplies that I keep in them is reduced and it's a bit different. And so I just thought I would do a little update. And also, I haven't talked about my stoma on this channel for a while. We've just been going a bit sex crazy recently. So I thought I would just sit and do a little stoma bag update, little health update. Also, I know what you're thinking. What's in your stoma bag, Hannah? But your bag is what your waste goes into. So surely what's in your stoma bag is shit. Correct. We're going to be talking about my stoma care bag. However, once we've done that, I actually am going to list a bunch of foods that my body can't digest fully. And so when I do go to the toilet, I can see little bits of them in my poo. Now, if you don't want to hear about what's in my poo, I will let you know when that bit is about to begin and you can click off. But I know that there are some curious people out there who are like, tell me this is fascinating. And I know that because I'm one of them and also a few of my friends are as well. Some of my friends are just like, don't want to hear it. Especially because I like to bring it up when eating, which isn't good for a lot of people. But some of my friends are just like, oh my goodness, that is fascinating. So I tried to come up with a bit of a list of all the different foods that I can see coming out and have a different effect on my stoma output. It's not a finished list by any means. I'm sure there's loads of others that I just couldn't think of off the top of my head right now. Also, if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, I had surgery to remove my large intestine, my large colon, and I now have a stoma. My particular stoma is called an ileostomy, and it's basically a bit of my intestine that is sticking out of my body. And then I have a stoma bag that goes on top of that to collect the waste. I've got a whole bunch of videos that I've made about my chronic illness, ulcerative colitis, and getting ill and having to have surgery and the recovery. There are tons of videos about that on this channel. There is a playlist if you're interested. Okay, let's dive into it. What's in my stoma bag? So these are my two stoma bags. Aren't they stylish? So these were actually gifted to me about a year ago from this brand called Beyond Definition. These are literally the only two products that they make, and they are stoma accessories for people. And honestly, I love them. I've been using these for the last year and they're so good. So this one is my day-to-day. If I'm out and about, this will always go in my bag. This is always on me. And then this one is the one that goes traveling with me. Lol, traveling. But say if I'm going away for a holiday, or even if I'm just going away for a few nights, this is the one that comes with me. Basically, if I'm going away anywhere and staying over the night and I'll need to change my stoma bag, this one comes with me. When I'm changing my stoma bag at home, I actually don't use any of these. Our sink has a big pull-out drawer underneath it, so all of my stuff is in there basically, and that's where I do my thing. But these are my actual stoma bags that come with me to places. So first, let's do this mini one. As you can see, it's a very specific shape, and that is because it is the perfect shape for a folded up stoma bag. Pop it open, boop. And then as you can see in here, we've got the stoma bag. So, look at that. That's my stoma bag. So I always pre-cut my stoma bags for the ones that go in these bags because I don't want to have to bother taking scissors with me or anything. But yes, this is the stoma bag. This is the adhesive bit that goes on my stomach, and then my thingy pops through. I think I actually might need to replace this one. This one has been in this bag for a while, so we probably need to get a fresh one in there. It folds in half and then just fits perfectly in there. I love it. Also behind it, I keep this like barrier wipe thing. This is just there to protect my skin, because obviously my skin just like constantly has adhesive on it, and maybe even a bit of leaky poo, and you don't want leaky poo on your skin because that can get infected. So yeah, that's what that is. Just always have one of those. And then these things are actually the same thing. I just cut them in half because I never need the full length of them, but it's basically a strip of adhesive. So if I feel that my Stoma bag is kind of coming off and the adhesive isn't really working, then basically this will go over half of the top of the adhesive and half on my skin. So it adds like an extra layer of protection to keep that bag down and keep everything clean. So these always come out with me just in case. You never know. And then in the top here, we've got the disposable bags and the wipes. So this is basically all I need if I have an emergency when I'm out and about. Touch wood, I have not had an emergency out in public yet, but this is essentially all I would need. I would just need to find my way to a toilet and then probably have to buy myself some clean clothes, depending on how big the mess was. These are just like mini little bin bags. Think of them as like nappy bags or dog poo bags, and they're scented as well. So it all is just nicely covered up, and then all of the crap goes in there, the literal crap. And then these are just some dry wipes that I use to clean the area and like wet them and like give everything a good clean, and then dry everything, because you gotta put that adhesive onto dry skin. Wet skin, Actually, I should probably just refresh all of the stuff in here, because this bag has got a hole in it. I've never needed to use any of this stuff, so it's just like been in here forever. So yes, should probably replace with some fresher supplies. But yes, that is all I have in here on a day-to-day basis. The only thing that is missing from here when I do a bag change is my adhesive spray. So this is a spray that I use to help peel the adhesive off my skin. There are kind of two reasons why I don't bring it with me. One, it won't fit in here. It's bulky. I could just pop it in my bag separately, but I just don't. And then the other reason is that my logic says that if I'm having an emergency in public, that means that my bag is already falling off. So I'm not going to need adhesive spray to help get the bag off, because it's already coming off, and I'll just probably just have to yank it a bit if there's any that's still stuck on me. If anyone who also has a stoma, like, do you bring your adhesive spray out and about with you? Have you had a leak out and about without your adhesive spray, and has it been fine without it? Am I making a terrible mistake here? So that is my day-to-day pouch. Next, this bad boy. I love this so much. It's just such a perfect size for traveling. And also, currently, I've only got like 1 day's worth of Stoma supplies in here. But I think I took this with me when I went to Disney World, and that was 8 days. And I think I managed to fit enough stuff in here for 8 days. Granted, it's only 4 bag changes, but I always like bring extras just in case. So far, I haven't been on any trips that have been too long and I wouldn't be able to fit everything that I needed in here. But also, like, just bulk it out on your way there and you use it all, and so then it's empty on your way back. Right, let's get in. Look, there's the adhesive spray. It's got a specific place for it in the middle, and it's just so perfect because it doesn't bulk out the thing, because it's there in the middle. Honestly, the people who designed this, mwah, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. Okay, so what have we got in here? I honestly didn't know if there was specific pockets where stuff made more sense to go. I just kind of did it based on where I would put things. So in our bottom little pouch here is where I keep all of the bin bags and all of the dry wipes. There's only a small amount in there now, but this can properly bulk out to fit in tons and tons of wipes and tons of bags. Boing, boing, boing. And then up here, this top pocket here is where I keep all of the Stoma bags. And again, there's loads of room in there. I've been able to fit many, many bags in there. So that goes in there. And then here is where I keep all of the pre-cut halves of the like extra bonus adhesive in case we have any issues. And then this thing we didn't have in the other one because it's not really necessary, but these are basically water filter things. Here's the bag. Inside the bag, right at the top here, is this filter. And basically, if you're going swimming, you want to cover up that filter. So that's what these are for. So obviously these always come with me when I'm going away, in case there's a pool, in case I'm going somewhere near the sea. Holiday vibes. What is our holiday? So I just stick those over there, and I just make sure I always have a sheet of these to come with me. And then in these two pockets, that is where I keep the film wipe for protecting my skin. The skin protector wipes, they all go in there. I only need to use one per bag change, so we put a few in these little pockets. Isn't that nice? Now, I haven't had to use this feature on this bag yet, but honestly, it's still bloody great for that moment where I have to use it, you know, like just in case. So since having a Stoma, it has opened my eyes to the different types of toilet flushes, but also the different types of sinks. So now I actually have a preference for sinks. Like there needs to be lots of space either side of the actual sink bowl. It needs to be a particular height, and that is like my perfect sink for a Stoma bag change. My parents' sink in their house, terrible. It's the wrong height. Everything is too low, so it just doesn't really work. And then you've got those sinks that literally have no surface area either side of it, so I can't put my things anywhere, and it's all just a bit hectic, and then like something might fall off and you're like, but there's shit coming out of me and blah, blah, blah. Luckily, the sinks that are in this flat here, and I actually exchanged on this flat right before I got ill, and we moved in after the fact. So when I was actually viewing this property, I had no idea that I would have a preference for sinks. So got very lucky there in the sink department. All that to say that this bag has a very snazzy thing that, like I said, haven't needed to use yet, but I am prepared. Where underneath here, boop, 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 look at that. And it's got a hook, so you can hook that onto the back of a bathroom door that has a shit sink, or maybe no sink. Maybe you're in a public toilet and there's those like coat hooks on the back of them, and you like hook this and you're there. And you've got a little surface area to put your things. There's my Stoma bag. Got my wipe ready. Beautiful. I fucking love it. I actually want to be in a situation where I have to use this one day. I think it's great. Yes, these bags were gifted to me, but they are not paying me to say a thing. I honestly just love them. Especially because it's such an unsexy situation. I mean, it's all about shit. It's so medicalized, and yet these bags are sexy and don't feel medical, and I love that. Both of them also have little zip pouches at the back, but I found that when they're both full, it's actually really difficult to like get in them, like this one especially. Fuck. Like, so I don't want to put anything in there because that's actually really difficult to get into. This one not so much, but everything fits in the main thing, so it's fine. So I reached back out to the company that make these bags and asked if they have a discount code that I could offer to you guys if any of you have a Stoma and you're like, damn, there's some sexy Stoma bags I want in. So I've reached out to them, haven't heard back yet, so I don't know the specific details yet, but if we do manage to get you guys a discount code, here it is, or it's in the description. So there you go. Now on to the what's in my actual Stoma bag for real. We love talking about poo here, don't we? Or is it just me? So there's 3 different categories. One is like high fiber foods that my body can't really digest. And even though I chew and I chew and I chew and I take forever to eat things now, it still comes out in little chunks in my output, and I can tell what it is. Category 2 is things that make it change colour. And category 3, is things that make it smell bad. So the main thing that I found that my stoma finds difficult to digest, and I'll see it in my stoma output, ooh, yummy, yummy, is mushrooms, yummy, yummy, Jesus Christ, spinach, peas, any raw salad leaf, lettuce, rocket, all of that family, and olives. Like, just little tiny chunks of olives, like, there you are, little boy. I have some more, like, graphic, gross stories to tell you, but do I? I don't think my filter works like an average person, because I'm like, this is fascinating, and people are like, Hannah, we really didn't need to know that. If you want to hear a gross story about some spinach, let me know in the comments and I will reply to you. So it's like, you know, a consensual thing where you asked for the information and then I gave it to you, and I'm not giving you the information without you asking for it. It's kind of like dick pics and nudes in general. Amazing. So, colour. And here I am just offering you more information. So it changes different kinds of browns, and I haven't really tracked which food makes it which colour, but occasionally you'll get that like marble cake effect if like it's the end of one meal and the beginning of another, and I'm really sorry that you'll never be able to look at marble cakes in the same way again. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But the main colour change that I wanted to mention is red. There are some foods that are so red that like it comes out so red. So red. So I've actually heard other people who have stomas say that beetroot does this for them, and I can absolutely see that, but I don't like beetroot, so I don't know personally from that experience, but that's what I've heard some other people say. But for me, it's happened with things like chorizo, tomato soup, and flaming hot Cheetos, which I can't find in the UK. I don't think we have flaming hot Cheetos here, but it happened when I was in the US and I ate some. And finally, maybe the most gross, saved till last. When I eat fish fingers, my stoma output doesn't just smell of fish, it smells like fish fingers. It's one of the only foods that actually has such a distinctive smell that it is like the food that I just ate. The rest of the time it just stinks of shit. But when I eat fish fingers, it's like, oh, that's a shitty fish finger. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well done if you listened to all of that, but also no judgment here if you skipped it. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that if you have a stoma, you've related to some of that. Let me know what other food you can see, because I mean, I want to know if you're happy sharing. And also let me know like the stuff about the bags. Like, do you bring your adhesive spray out with you every day? Like, is that a thing I should be doing? I don't know. And if you don't have a stoma, I hope that you have enjoyed this little insight into our wonderful and strange world. I hope that you're all doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!